Welcome to another Chainlink update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server. Here we try posting daily updates about the altcoin market. Now obviously there are going to be some days when we don't post because there's nothing going on, but right now there's a bunch of stuff going on, and if you want access to all of these charts and these updates and also a Q&A server where you can ask us anything, then check out the memberships. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. In this video I want to talk about Chainlink, obviously. I want to talk about the Elliott wave count, and let's start from the beginning. Let's go on the daily chart for this. After hitting the bear market low right here, which was in June of 2023, Chainlink went up in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup, and that formed the first wave to the upside. Then after that we got a very long correction, which was very boring, and this was an ABC structure. As you can see, Chainlink reacted to the 0.618 support level, and then after that it formed a 1-2 setup, which is the yellow 1-2 setup right here. And right now we are working on the third wave of that 1-2 setup. Now, as you can see, we already got above the 200% extension of the 1-2 setup, which was the minimum target for the third wave, but that's not really enough to confirm that the third wave is in. Normally it would be enough, but this move that we got right here was very impulsive, so I don't think the third wave is actually in, at least not yet. After we formed this 1-2 setup, we formed an AB structure, and we are currently working on the C wave, which will be the C wave of this third wave right here. And in this C wave we will need 5 waves. Right now, of these 5 waves we have a 1, 2, 3 setup, and we have to get a 4th wave at some point, and then a 5th wave should put us at like $30, maybe more, maybe less. I would like to see Chainlink go to like $30 though, so that should be the top for the third wave. Now keep in mind, it could overextend like the other altcoins did, and I mean I can already get rid of some support levels right here, well actually resistance levels, and I can put new ones on the chart. So let me just put on the 3.618 extension on the chart, and maybe the 300% extension and the 3.272 extension as well. So yeah, the chart will most likely react to some of these expansions. And then after we get the third wave, we should get a 4th wave move down and then a 5th wave move up, and that will confirm that the second wave move down is in. Now of course it is very likely that the second wave move down is already in. I mean, the price is already above the first wave high right here, and that pretty much confirms that the low is in. But just because this is a rule that everyone has to follow, after we form the second wave move down, we have to get a 5 wave move up to be able to confirm that the move is actually in. So yeah, we still need these 5 waves up. Now what will these 5 waves complete? Well, that will complete a first wave of the main third wave right here, which like I said is the third wave of this 1-2 setup. And I know I say the word wave a lot, but you know, so far the Elliott wave count has worked, so you're gonna have to excuse me for saying it too much. And this third wave will need to also go up in 5 waves, like I said. These 5 waves that we have right here, which are the yellow waves, that will only complete a first wave of the third wave, and the third wave right here should get to the 200% extension of this one to set up, and that's at $105. And I believe Chainlink will be able to get to about $200 in this cycle, maybe even more, just because in the previous cycle Chainlink formed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup, and that formed a first wave move up. Then the bear market was an ABC structure with a second wave move down. And right now we are trying to start a third wave move, which will obviously not end in this cycle. This will take years, maybe even decades. But right now we are working on the first wave of that third wave move to the upside, and that's what these 5 waves are for. Now how high could that go? Well, if the minimum target for the third wave is at about $105, then the first wave could get to about $250. Then of course after this, the next bear market will most likely be an ABC structure, which could be very deep, and that will complete a second wave of the third wave right here, which means that in 2029 or 2028, when we get the next bull market, we should get a third wave of a third wave, and that could be insane because the third wave of a third wave is usually the most impulsive move of the cycle. So if Chainlink survives the next bear market, and if Chainlink actually goes up 5 waves in this cycle, then it could be extremely bullish for Chainlink in the next cycle. Now, let's say we go to about $150. Where would that put the market cap? Well, Chainlink is currently at a market cap of about $15 billion, and it's in top 16 cryptos on CoinMarketCap. As you can see, Bitcoin currently has a market cap of almost $2 trillion. And I'm expecting it to get to a market cap of about 5 to 6 trillion in this cycle, because I'm expecting it to get to about 255k in this cycle at least. And if Bitcoin does that, I believe Chainlink and the other altcoins will also start going up like crazy. So far, we have not had an altcoin season. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, it is dropping right now, but it's not dropping too much. At least compared to what happened over here or what happened over here, it is dropping, but this is only a 5% drop, and some altcoins are already starting to go crazy. Now imagine what happens when Bitcoin dominance finally gets to like 40% dominance. I mean, the altcoins will do extremely well during that time. I also want to look at Link Bitcoin because I believe this is an important chart. If you look at this chart, we have not had a pump on this chart. I mean, this is a pump, but it's not a crazy pump, and I'm still expecting Chainlink to get a huge pump on this chart as well. And what this shows us is that Chainlink has not really started the real altcoin season yet. If you look at the other altcoins, for example, ADA Bitcoin has already had a huge pump, but this is still not enough to confirm that an altcoin season has started. If you can remember what happened in the previous cycle on the Link Bitcoin chart, in the previous cycle, I mean, look at how much it went up. And honestly, I think there is a chance that we break the previous all-time high right here. And if we do that, then of course, Chainlink will be able to get to hundreds of dollars in this cycle. Now, are we going to break that all-time high? I don't know. But the Link Bitcoin chart is actually looking a lot better than the ADA Bitcoin chart or Solana. Well, actually, no, not Solana, but some other altcoin charts. For example, I don't know, VeChain Bitcoin chart, ICP Bitcoin chart. And why is that? Well, because in this cycle, we did not put in a new low. We did not go to these previous lows right here, but many altcoins did. Many altcoins actually got to these lows right here. They did not just put in a lower high. So Chainlink is obviously looking a lot better. Now let's say Chainlink gets to about $150 in this cycle. Where would that put the price? Well, right now it's at like $25 and the market cap is at about 15 billion. If we go to $150, that would put the market cap at about, let's say, about 90 billion. Is that a lot? I don't think so, considering the fact that in the previous cycle when Bitcoin went to about $60,000, Chainlink went to a market cap of about 21 billion. Is 95 billion unrealistic for this cycle? I don't think so. I think it's actually very realistic, and I think we could go even higher than that, probably like even 150 billion, maybe even 200 billion. This all depends on how bullish Chainlink is in this cycle. Now, I also want to talk about the RSI. As you can see, if you go on the weekly chart, we are overbought right now, yes, but this is nothing to worry about. We were also overbought down here when Chainlink was at about $5. We cooled off and then we continued. We were also overbought down here, but as you can see here, we were extremely overbought. We were at an RSI of about 92. Right now, the RSI is barely 70 something, so I think we actually have to break all-time highs before we actually get any type of correction because of the RSI. And if you look at the monthly chart, we are not even overbought here, so this is obviously a good sign, and it's obviously a sign of things to come. And yeah, if you bought in the support zone down here, then you are probably very, very happy. Now, it is very unlikely that you bought down here because, people don't really buy when the price is going sideways. People only buy when the price is going up. But still, is it too late to buy right now? Well, I mean, it all depends on when you want to sell and how much money you want to make. I still believe you can make money if you buy right now because I believe Chainlink will go higher, and by the way, this is not financial advice, but you could have made more money if you actually bought when Chainlink reacted to the support zone. I mean, you would already be up like 2.5x, and that's in only a matter of weeks, so you would have been happy if you bought down here. Me personally, I bought exactly down here at about $10, and right now I am already up quite a lot. So make sure to check out our other updates because what's happening right now is very, very important, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon, like I said. If you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.